All right. I want to get something off my chest real quick, right? Cause I be seeing a lot of people on these self-mart pages, they always want to know how this ship is, how that ship is, this, that, and the third. And the best thing you can do is just get on these ships and see for yourself, man. And number two, you really, racism ain't really out there for me. I'm speaking for myself, but I don't think racism out here. I'm speaking from, me being black. The only thing I went through out here thus far, and I say at least a strong 97% out here been from black people. Whether they had a little bit of power, a little bit of rank, or a lot of power and a lot of rank, them was main ones who looked down on me, turned their nose at me, when I ain't had no position. When I was at SU, I got shitted on. When I was at ASK, got shitted on. When I was a yeoman, got shitted on. But that's here nor there. But let me tell you the story what changed my whole outlook. As far as like MSC and supervisor wise, There's a reason why I said all that in the beginning, right? So cool. Been out here going on like, I want to say 9 years, but I'm gonna take it back to like October 2023. So my first ship was the John Lenthal. Had good people there, good people. I ain't gonna name drop nobody because I'm a miss some people. All right. So I got off there or whatever, went home for a little bit. Came back to the pool, and my next ship was the Frank Cable. Cool. So, I went there, October 6, 2023. All right, keep in mind, I'm a yeoman at the time now. I'm a yeoman. This is my second ship. And so, got on there. And, the suppo name was Gregory Legaspi. You know what I'm saying? He was all right. I ain't had no problem with him. I ain't really deal with him like that. And then you had the two JSOs. You had one for admin, Lope Escalano, cool cat, cool. Esco, cool as a fan. And then you got the cargo JSO by the name of Carl Singletary, right? Black dude, Houston, Texas, or whatever, right? Big swole motherfucker, right? So cool, I'm in cargo with him. So, from like October to like December, I went to lead yeoman, but I became the lead yeoman. It was a dude named Jack. His name is Jono Ferrer, or something like that. I want to say he's Filipino, but he cool though. He was the lead yeoman until December. That's when I became lead yeoman. So when I became lead yeoman, I was able to stay in the office, in the cargo office, because they had me in the storeroom or whatever as a yeoman. I don't know. This call idea. So when I came in there, in the office, he on his side, I'm on my side, and we trying to get to know one another, right? And so, we just, talking about this, talking about that, the good times, the bad times, whatever. On my first ship, I ain't really had too many bad times, as far as like supervisor wise. But, everybody else that I got into it with and had problems with, who they was. Negroes. Just call it spade, just call it spade. So, whether they was entry level like me, that rarely happened. Or, well, if that did happen, the reason why they trying to try me and everybody else that's on the same level as them, you're an SU, I'm an SU. Well, I guess, the department heads, You've been on the ship homesteading so long, you think you got pulled. It's all that kind of stuff I went through on my first ship. But that ain't what made me get off, right? Cool. Back to the story, right? So, I'm telling Carl what all I done went through on the Lenthal. Carl telling me everything he done went through at MSC thus far, right? Because keep in mind, the Frank Cable is my second ship. I was on the Lenthal from February 2nd, 2018 to June 28th of 2023. So I was on there for a good minute. Started off as SU, went to Breakout Man, SK to Yeoman, right? Got plenty of people to thank, but I don't want to name drop because I'm going to miss somebody, right? Back to the story. So Carl telling me his little story, whoop. And he went to name dropping some suppos and some JSOs. He went to talk about somebody by the name of Lou Overby. I don't know if I know his first name Lou. His last name might be Overby. I don't know. It's something like that. He sailed on a Frank Cable with Carl. You know what I'm saying? And Carl was just talking bad about him or whatever. That's a whole nother story. And then he went to talking about a lady out here by the name of Wanda Cuffin. Talking about her bad just like he did Lou. Cool. All right. Well, it ain't cool, but just trying to get story. And so I ain't never heard nothing about him. I ain't never said nothing. I ain't never said with Lou or Wanda. I can't agree with what he's saying, but hey, he went through it just because, I ain't go through it like he did or met these folks. I don't know if he right or wrong. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Bet. So, okay. So he like, as time went on from like December 2023 to August of 2024, working, got the cargo teams, just stand the third or whatever. And we doing a lot of inventories and maintenance to the storerooms and all that counts. And all that on the Frank Cable. We doing this for the Navy. They got some kind of, little thing going on. So Carl was just like, look, anybody, if we pass this with a good score, anybody who want to go on leave can go on leave. Anybody who want to go to school can go to school. Bet, right? Cool. So when he said that, he talked to me like, hey, bro, I know, you only got 3 schools. Look, I'm going to go ahead and help you try to get, the rest of your schools or whatever. That's all we need to do is just pass this inspection. That's what it was, inspection we were going through. Cool. So from December 2023 to April of 2024, came the inspection. We passed the inspection flying colors like a 99.4 or 99.6. We passed it, right? Now keep in mind, I'm his lead yeoman. So whenever somebody, want to take a day off, want to do a half a day, want to go on leave or whatever, right? Bet. So when people turn the paperwork in to Carl, he'll take the paperwork, look at it, he'll take it up there to Suppo, and come back with the sign the exact same date, right? And so when he filed everything or whatever, the lead chits, he giving me the lead chits, to file them. And I'm like, okay, no problem. Now, I'm seeing it because I'm right there every day. Cool. Now, mind you, I don't like taking days off this, that, and the third. If I get on the ship, I like to sail on the ship, try to stack some paper, stack some PTO or whatever, paid time off. And, trying to get, trying to get better at my craft that I can. I ain't perfect or whatever, but I like to get to, trying to learn my position. There you go. Bet. So, I want to say from August to like May. You know what I'm saying? People want to go on leave. Cool. He goes to get the paperwork signed and file it. People want to, one person wanted to go to school. He took paperwork up there, get back to him, I file it, right? Cool. So, May come around. I'm sitting up here, I call, I want to go, I want to go to Ship Clip. Hey, man, remind me in the week. That's what he told me. But you sitting next to me on your, you on your phone. You ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing nothing. Remind you in a week. All right, cool. Bet. So I reminded him in a week. Right? Cool. Now, this the same person who said, hey, man, I'm going to try to look out for you, right? Cool. So the next week come. Give him my paperwork. Here you go, bro. Look, told me to remind you in a week. Woo, woo, woo. Here it is. Gave him the paperwork. So he took the paperwork up there to Suppo. So when he came back, keep in mind, I'm trying to take Ship Clip. He came back to the office and said, hey, man, Suppo said, instead of you taking Ship Clip, you need to take FSM. I'm like, look at that call. I'm like, hey, bro, like, What's going on? Mind you, this ain't Greg Legaspi no more as Suppo. This a new Suppo by the name of Alex Panaligan, right? This him, Alex. So that's what he's saying, Suppo Alex Panaligan saying, right? So I'm like, hey, in order for me to take FSM, I need Ship Clip and Sealift. You do know that though, right? Yeah, man, I don't know what Suppo on, man. He on some fuck shit. Okay, cool. What I do? I feel like, you know what I'm saying, the paperwork, gave it right back to him at that same time, right? Cool. Just, you know, for FSM. I know I ain't gonna get it, but let me be a team player. Cool. Give it to him, right? Took it up there, you know what I'm saying? Everything got signed the exact same day. Cool, right? So mind you, everybody else having their way. But I'm your lead yeoman. I ain't been in no trouble. I ain't never got no verbal. Never got no letter caution. Never got rolled up. Never. Got a clean track record to this day. Knock on wood. Knock on wood, right? Cool, bet. So, mind you, now they done sent the paperwork, you know, they done sent the paperwork off, you know what I'm saying, they're training to the base. And the base hit me up, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, you know, did you take Ship Clip, Sealift or whatever before you tried to take this? And I'm like, nah, I ain't take none of it, right? And they were like, all right, okay, but I'm telling Carl this because he's sitting next to me. So Carl like, man, let's just see how it play out, man, you know what I'm saying? All right. Strike one. So strike two happened, right? Strike two. So after they stopped my training off, Carl ended up, you know what I'm saying, coming to the office one day. You know, he like, hey, bro, just got through hollering at Suppo or whatever, man, you know. He wanted me to let you know me and you can't be gone at the exact same time. One of us gonna have to stay. I'm like, hold on, bro. Like, now mind you, he a JSO. I'm a yeoman, you know. What kind of sense that make? You know, and I'm just like, Carl, y'all just, you know, he just sent all my training for, you know, for FSM. What's going, man, you know what? Forget it. This me being a team player now, right? Cool. I ain't finna do nothing. I ain't finna trip out. You go ahead and go home, brother. Sell your house. You go home, because that's what he said he had to do. He had to sell his house now, right? Bet. Go ahead, bro. When you come back, we gonna do business. What we gonna do? We gonna do business. So he filled out his paperwork. He like, damn, I hate that shit, bro. I hate that shit, bro. But he filled out his leave form, took that shit up there to Subway, and he got approved for 45 days, right? Bet. So I'm heated. Next thing you know, I get an email down there about 2-3 days later from the base saying what? Hey, man, you know, we can't let you go to FSM. We advise you to take Ship Clip first. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, you do all your Ship Clip and Sealift, then you'll be able to take FSM. So I'm like, man, look at this shit here. I show Carl bust out laughing. I'm like, okay. It's something now, what Carl don't know is I'm documenting this shit, right? I'm documenting everything. Cool, fine, fuck it. Don't nobody know, not none of my partners, nobody in the department, nobody. This all me just documenting everything. I still got the paperwork to this day. Bet. So that being said, okay, so that's part two. Now here go part three. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when part three came, when I tried to get my renew my MMC credentials, you know, I'm trying to go to San Diego. I'm trying to go to San Diego or whatever to take my base, you know, my firefighting and my swimming and all that. You know, it was 1 day course. I need to take that to renew my MMC, because if I don't do that, they might fuck around and yank my ass off the ship. Bet. So I gave this man, Carl, I gave him my paperwork on June 8th, 2024. It's a Monday. I'll never forget it. Gave my paperwork at like 10 o'clock in the morning. Now, mind you, this July. I'm sorry, it's July 8th. But the BST, that's like in like September. Cause you know, I did for my classes and all that. I was always ahead of time. I was never too late or whatever. I always did that, but there was some fuck shit going on. Bet. So my BST, the class in September, whatever, right? All right, bet. So I gave Carl my paperwork July 8th on a Monday, 10 o'clock in the morning, around that time. Gave it to him. So he said he took it up there to Suppo, right? Because that's all I needed was a signature. So on the Frank Cable at the time, we was doing OT from 1700 to 2000, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So 5 o'clock come, I still ain't getting no paperwork. Nothing. Ain't heard nothing. So he hold mustard. Everybody go their separate way. And I'm like, hey, Carl, talk to Suppo, what's going on with my paperwork, Man, I don't know what Suppo doing, man. He got a lot going on, man. But I'm going to check on it for you. Cool. That's Monday now. So the 9th, the next day on a Tuesday, 2024. Hey, same thing. This Tuesday now, 5 o'clock, 1700 for overtime again. It's about to start. Hey, man, what's Suppo got going on, man? That's all I need is a signature, bro. What's going on? I ain't never been in no trouble. None of that, right? Never been in no trouble. Letter caution, verbal, wrote up, nothing. And I keep my dick in my pants. Whole time I've been out here in the fleet, I kept my dick in my pants. I ain't fucked nobody, right? Cool. And I ain't never had no problem with Carl. So it's fucking me up. So Carl like, man, I don't know, man, but I'm going to check on it for you, right? Keep in mind now, this the 9th. So, he going to leave on the 15th. Okay, but that's all I need is signature. Wednesday come, something email. Hey man, woo, can't holler at Suppo, see what's going on with, with the train that's then third. He read the email, because I get the notification when somebody reads something, that's one thing I like about that ship email. You can tell when somebody opened up an email. So, he's sitting there, so me like, hey bro, I'm gonna go up there and see what's going on. Because I'm like, yeah, bro, me and you can't be going at the same time, bro, and they done canceled my schools. Y'all already got fucked up my schools and all that. Bro, I got to get some. You know what I'm saying? I got to get something. But what Carl do? Traditional Carl, unbeknownst to me. Man, I'm going to go up there. Man, you right, man. I'm going to go up there and see what I can do. Wednesday, 1700 came. We about to do overtime. Nothing. Thursday, 1700. The whole day gone now. Whole day, 1700. Nothing. Now, mind you, I'm in charge of everybody, organizing everybody, lead chitting, lead chits and all that for the whole, cargo division, cargo department. So what Carl don't realize is from that Monday to that Thursday, I got the file and I'm looking at this paperwork like, damn, when Carl take this up here to Suppo, print, sign the date, exact same day. Exact same day. And it's damn near everybody in the department when everybody gave him a piece of paperwork to sign, a lead shit or whatever, take up there to Suppo. He take it up there and get signed the exact same day. So I'm like, okay. Oh, he playing with me. He playing with me. But he don't know who he fucking with, right? Cool, bet. So Friday come around. Had the other yeoman by the name of Raymond Abbott. Love Ray to death, right? So keep in mind, Ray no more than me. And he got all his shit together. I'm trying to get like Ray. So Ray put in a lead chit on Friday for a half a day. When the half a day is? On Monday the 15th. What happened on the 15th? That's when Carl left. So I'm heated. So I'm like, damn. Carl took the lead chit up there for Raymond on Friday to get his lead chit signed for a half a day on Monday, but I gave him my leave. I gave him my, my training paperwork on Monday. That's all I needed was a signature. I ain't get nothing back, right? Cool. I ain't do nothing. When he told me to file it, he brought it back. I ain't say nothing. I grabbed it, filed it. No, I made a copy of it, then I filed it. So, I can have it for my records too. Because now I'm finna go to the base. Somebody, it's finna go down. Something to happen, right? Cool. So Saturday come around. So he hit me up. He said, hey, man, come here. Let me show you something. Cool. Man, see, you sitting up here, you know what I'm saying? You begging me, you bugging me all day, every day, man, about the goddamn signature, bro. Here it is right here. That's how he said to him. I said, okay, no problem. I ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing it cool. You know what I'm saying? Because when I get my shit signed, sealed, delivered, when I get that plane ticket to BST or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Cool. Then when I come back, we gonna handle business. I'm checking somebody, right? Because I don't want to blow it. Because if I fuck around that snap, you know what I'm saying? I flip out. I might not go to school. Might get paid off the boat, this, that, and the third. Nah, but I'm gonna play it cool. Right? So Monday come around, 15th. Carl gone. He left. Not too long after that, Suppo went on leave. Alice went on leave. So you got Carl gonna leave and Alice. But hey, me and Carl can't be on leave at the same time, but Suppo and Carl can go on leave at the same time? Okay. Somebody fucking with me, man. I don't like to be played with. Cool. No problem. Ain't doing nothing but documenting it. But keep in mind, Suppo Alice, he come back before Carl. Cause I'm done talking to Carl. I want to talk to Suppo now. I want to talk to Suppo. I'm done with Carl. What's Suppo? So cool. So Suppo come, So when Suppo come back, I already done showed everybody the paperwork I already done got. And everybody telling me, they was like, man, that ain't Suppo, that's Carl. That's Carl. That's Carl. That's Carl. That's Carl. That ain't Suppo, that's Carl. And I'm like, ain't no way. How the way he sat up here and talk about Suppo Lou and Suppo Wanda? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some mange ass cats and dogs? What? Ain't no way he did me like that. I know for a fact. Suppo come. So, holla at Suppo. Man, look, Suppo, look, I want to holler at you real quick. Want to know why, you doing me dirty, why you mistreat me. What I do wrong. So Suppo looking at me. He like, what you got going on? And I gave, I showed him all the paperwork I had. But at that same time, I gave him his own copy of what I done had. So he got a copy too, right? Whatever he want to look at over this, that, and the third, right? Because I'm finna play ball now. So Suppo, part one. Did you tell Carl, to make me change my class from ship clip to FSM? Because in order for me to take FSM, I need ship clip and Sealift. He like, nah, I ain't say that. That's Carl. Carl did that. But what I did tell Carl was, I don't know how you became a yeoman. And when you ain't take ship clip, but shit, if you needed it, go ahead and get it to you. But no, that was Carl. Carl did that. I say, damn. Nah, Suppo, don't lie to me like that. He said, no. I said, okay, cool, bet. Part two, after y'all, FSM, my training for FSM got sent off or whatever, right? Did you really tell Carl that, me and him can't be gone at the same time? He said, yeah, that was my idea. Because that's what Carl do. Carl always come up to my office, this, that, and the third. He always be talking highly about you, about how you were able to talk to the Navy. You know what I'm saying? You get along with everybody, and work still get done. Like, he ain't got to be here. So, yeah, I said, Suppo, that don't make sense. He doing me like this. He coming up here talking all this good stuff about me. But he doing me like this, and he lying on you, though. He lying on you. He said, man, look. I said, look, I tell you what, Suppo, I apologize, my bad. Look, I'm going to go on here, after I leave this office, I'm going to tell everybody what the deal is, and I'm going to click your name up, because I've been talking about you bad, Suppo. I ain't lying. I've been dogging your name, might drag your name out through the mud. I told Suppo this. So, Suppo just like, well, it ain't me. It's Carl. He just shaking his head, because you can tell he mad. Then number three, I said, look here, Suppo, last but not least, my BSC training. Why it take you a week, you know what I'm saying, to sign my BSC, that's all I needed was a signature. He said, look at my desk. I don't hold nobody lead checks back, whatever. You just showed me all the paperwork. When Carl bring it up here, I sign it. And then, everybody get to do what they want to do or whatever. But anywho, yeah, look at your paperwork. I signed and dated it. That's when he brought it up there to me. He brought it up here to me on a Saturday. I said, ain't no way, Suppo. He brought it up to you on the Saturday on the 13th, because he left on the Monday on the 15th. So I gave it to him on the 8th, July 8th, and July 13th, damn, he held my shit up there. So he was fucking with me, bro, the whole time. So I said, okay, Suppo, look, I need a favor. I need you to switch me, you know what I'm saying, to put me in customer service, put me in admin. Because if you have me stay working under Carl Singletary, you know what I'm saying, in the cargo division, it's going to be problems. It ain't going to be good. It's going to be hell from the day he come back. So Alice was like, look, nah, Lee. Look, tell you what, when he come back, I'm letting him and escort or whatever. I'm going to let them talk about it or whatever. But you going over there come serve. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You got my word, man. But anywho, Let me know when next class come up, this, that, and the third. I'm gonna work something out for you. All the class that I needed to take, ship clip. But with that same day I was having that conversation with that convo with Suppo, they was already 3 days in. And the new schedule ain't even pop out yet. This like late August when I'm having this conversation with Suppo. So from July 15th to maybe like the end of August, that's when I had that conversation with Suppo. So it's been a good minute. So I'm steaming hot. I'm ready. I'm ready, you know what I'm saying, to talk to somebody about what the fuck going on before I trip out. Anywho, make a long story short, Carl ended up coming back. He came off leave. He came back. End up hollering at Carl, right? So I say, hey, Carl, had a convo with Suppo, this, that, and the third or whatever, right? Look, he said that wasn't none of him. That was you. What Carl do? Hell no, that wasn't me. That was Suppo. Man, I said, man, you know what? That's what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? That made my heart smile, man. You know what? I knew you was a good dude. Let's go up here and talk to Suppo, man. What? What we got to talk to Suppo for? Hell no, we ain't got to do all that. You got what you wanted, didn't it? Nah, blame me. I take the blame for it. I said, no, I know you lying. I know you lying. You gonna let somebody lie on you like that? Oh yeah, and you're a right fighter. You're a right fighter. You gonna prove to the better end that you right. And you gonna let a motherfucker lie on you like that? Nah, he ain't lying. You did it. You did a nigga like that. You did it for no reason. Carl, you really did take your... That's what I did. I'm talking to Carl. Like I'm talking right now, I'm talking to Carl. I said, bro, look here. You real deal took your time, attention, and energy to go out your way to do a nigga dirty, bro. This ain't even about a bitch. This ain't even about a bitch, bro. I ain't even did nothing, man. The whole time I've been working under you, bro. I ain't never did nothing foul. But I tell you what. Look here. I'm gonna tell you something. See, black people like you make me hate my own skin color, boy. Right hand to the man. Right hand to the man. I told Carl that to his face. But anywho, I ended up going to customer service. So I went to customer service like September. Then next thing you know, what else happened? You know, the JSO packet came out. So I'm like, shit, they got motherfuckers out here like Carl as JSO and getting away with the fuck shit he been doing and nothing happened. Ain't nothing happened to Carl. I told Suppo all that shit, this, that, and the third, ain't nothing happened to Carl. Nothing. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to put my packet in. I know I ain't going to get it. Let me go ahead and put my shit in. So I put my shit in. I went home around November to December, end of December. I'm leaving Walmart parking lot. I get an email. Congratulations, Mr. Lee. You best qualify for JSO. I said, oh man, no. Right? So I'm blown. Damn, they came to me and I something in on some bullshit. I said, oh, they fucked up. Boy, I'm finna make this look good. Mind you, I get back to the ship. I talk to the person. The person like, hey man, in order for you to get paid, you gotta leave. Cool. Where the hell I'm gonna go? You got the order to go to McLean. I say, I don't care. Send me out. So as soon as I get there, I'm gonna get paid. Right? Cool. So next thing you know, person say, hey man, you know, you gonna be gone down in about a week or two. I said, okay, cool. I done ran upstairs, packed all my shit. Next thing you know, it's week 3. I done got my first check and they paying me as JSO. So it's 3 JSO on there. Me, Carl Singletary, Lupe Escalano. 3 JSOs on the Frank Cable. Damn, okay. So, you know, next thing you know, keep in mind I'm in customer service now. I don't work on the car, I'm on customer service. So JSO Esco, he come down there. He look at me and say, hey man, you talk to the captain of Suppo yet? I said, what? Nah. So now I'm scared. I'm like, you know, what the hell going on? You know, and anything running through my mind. And even though I ain't did shit, but why the hell out of all day you talking about I talked to Suppo at the captain? What the fuck going on? So anywho, he gave me a folder. Now this February 2nd. This February 2nd of 2025. February 2nd, 2025, when Esco telling me this now. Because I made JSO December 15th, 2024. This February 2nd, 2025, when I had to go up there to Suppo, talk to Suppo. So I go up there to Suppo, and Suppo like, hey man, you made permanent JSO, right? I was like, yeah. He like, okay. Hey man, you know what I'm saying? You know, you want to stay? Yeah, I want to stay. All right, cool, bet. Cause you know, I'm gonna have you be the JSO for cargo. You know what I'm saying? Because Carl, he finna get paid off. You know, he gonna do a turnover with you Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? You know, and he getting paid off on Friday, right? So I'm like, huh? Damn. All right, bet. Suppo said, hey, man, don't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? Just keep this on the wraps. I said, Suppo, you got my word. Soon as I left out of Suppo office, I went to singing like a bird. I told everybody named Mama what the fuck going on. I lied to Suppo, but it was a white lie. It wasn't bad. So, you know, next thing you know, everybody that worked in the cargo division of the car while he was there, everybody knew. But Carl around there telling everybody that he going on leave. No, you're not going on leave, bro. He just made it bad for himself. So next thing you know, Tuesday came. Well, no, the Monday came. He up there telling me, you know, man, let me holler at you real quick. So I go to the office, holler at him or whatever, right? Cool, bet. So he showed me a lead chit. Like, man, look, this is a lead chit, man. You know, I had it signed off, but, you know, the captain at the time was Aaron Caputo. Cool guy. So, Alice is a good suppo too. I ain't saying that, you know, let me put that out there. Alice was a good suppo too. But back to the story. So it's like, yeah, man, you know, I had my shit signed off, you know what I'm saying? But then the captain, you know, he denied my shit, man. And me and him got into it because, you know, I'm telling him I'm trying to sell my house, but he ain't trying to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? And then he threw some more shit in my face because he got into some more shit. But, you know, I ain't trying to get into all that. That ain't my business to tell. Like, this between me and him. So, next thing you know, he was like, yeah, man. So, me and the captain had a few words, and he ended up paying me off. That's what happened, man. He looked at me and said, hey, you know what going on? I said, yeah, ain't know about all that. But, anywho, let me ask you something. You going to sell your house? When me and you got into it, bro, you said you went home. You had to go home to sell your house. When I tried to, you know what I'm saying, go in for my FSM, bro. You know, so you lied. Because you came back and said you sold your house. No, bro, I ain't say that. Yes, you did, bro. I'm the reason why you went. You did me dirty so you could go, bro. Because you had to sell your motherfucking house. You came back and said, man, nah, bro, I ain't sell that, man. I had to get some inspections. All right, bro. Keep talking your shit. I don't even know why you got me down here talking. But anywho, what you said? Hey, man, you know what's going on? Yeah, I know what's going on. I had a convo with Suppo yesterday. He said that, you know what I'm saying, you supposed to do a turnover with me tomorrow, and you getting paid off Friday. Carl eyes got like this, like, huh? I said, yeah, but Suppo said, keep it under wraps, this, that, and the third. You know, don't tell nobody this, that, and the third. You got my word for it. I ain't gonna tell nobody. I was lying to that motherfucker right then and there. Everybody already knew. But anywho, yeah. So that's what I went through. So, you know, I came in as a yeoman. Carl did me dirty. I put in for my JSO package by the help of Ever Teach Carter. She helped me with my package. I love you, TT. You know what I'm saying? Good people. And then, make a long story short, I end up replacing him as a JSO in the cargo division. The same division he did me dirty in. I took his spot. See, you got, you know, I'm saying this, man, you got to be careful how you treat people. Not just in MSC, in life, bro. In life. Because whatever you do wrong, good or bad, it's going to come back 10 times 10. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, you know, by the grace of God, I've been selling JSO since February 8th or whatever. Knock on wood. You know, everything been good so far or whatever. Hopefully keep going like that, you know. And, you know, had people like Carl. He showed me like, nah, bro, I never mistreat people like that. Hell no. If I'm your JSO, I'm going to try my very best to do right by you. I ain't finna do you dirty. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get in your pants either. I ain't trying to say he did that. But anywho, you got a lot of these people out here. They use their rank, try to, you know what I'm saying, get men out here that try to get in your pants and try to do this, that, and the third. I ain't one of them. But anywho, yep. So that's my story, whatever, this, that, and the third by Carl Secretary. Did me dirty. So, you know, if you got a ship, just see it for yourself, man. See it for yourself. And then number two, you know, racism, nah, you really ain't got to worry about that out here. You know what I'm saying, to me. You ain't got to worry about the white folk, Filipinos, anything. You got to worry about the niggas. It be the niggas, bro. It be the niggas. The one who got a little bit of rank, a little bit of power, or a lot of rank and a lot of power. They won't be the ones that look down on you, toot their nose up there. It's like they better than you. Yeah. So, that's it. That's all I got. Hopefully 2026 will be a good year, man. And yeah, that's it. Yeah.